Hello, guys. So today, let's talk about something that many people are talking about. The girl, the greatest Thunberg, I think it's her name. Correct me if I'm pronouncing it wrong. So basically, she made a speech in the UN summit, and she's an environmentalist. She's an activist of, sorry, the environmental cause. And I think many people may think that she exaggerated a bit. I mean, it's not that she isn't right or she isn't completely right. Like, okay, we should take care of the environment, we should address this, it's a problem, it's something that we must deal with. But, you know, the way she was talking about it, her, sorry, her tone, you know, like it seemed that she was angry, that she was really angry because someone did something to her. And she mentioned something like stealing her childhood and all that. But the thing is, let's face it, she's a rich white girl from a first world country. You know, I know I'm being a bit stereotypical here, but that's it. I mean, you don't steal someone's childhood just because the person should be at school and it's in New York, just at nothing less than the UN summit. I mean, I would like to be there, right? I mean, if someone said, Mike, okay, you're going to New York, you're going to address all the world leaders about something that matters to you, something that you think that is important to discuss, I would love that. I mean, no one would be stealing my childhood, stealing my dreams with that. I could understand, like, okay, maybe if you are destroying the environment, you may be destroying the future. That's something. I can understand that. But being a kid and being angry, extremely angry, as if you were abused or something, that's too much. I mean, at this very moment, there are kids somewhere suffering abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse, kids doing like forced labor, you know, and all that. I mean, there are kids in war zones, kids that they are forced to go into war, you know, and these are problems too. They are not directly linked to environmental problems, but why don't they bring those kids to talk? And if those kids went there to talk, I understand if they started being angry or crying or being indignant. It sounded like she was indignant. I mean, I'm all in favor, you know, of kids being engaged in politics, you know, understanding about politics, reading about politics, you know, giving their opinions. Maybe they don't have experience in life enough. Maybe they don't have scientific knowledge. I mean, not enough for being for really talking about it like they knew something. And it's good. And I think it's good that the world leaders that they may listen to a kid, to someone who is the future, right? And the thing is, I think that her speech may backfire on environmentalists because, you know, people may tend not to take it serious anymore. I mean, not giving not caring about, or even like people who don't agree with the environmental cause, they may look at it and say, you see, that's why we don't take you seriously. You send this girl to say how she's indignant and her life is destroyed because she has to fly half of the world to go to New York. My God, you know, like that. Really, I mean, she's just a kid. Come on, she's just a kid. I don't think she's there because I don't think that was her idea. You know, I think some adults, some grown-ups, had the idea of sending her there, maybe with the intention of raise awareness, maybe saying, look, if you put a kid there and they see that even the kids are worried about environment, maybe it's a good idea. What could go wrong, right? And look at that, huh? I think it was not a good idea, and I think she was exposed. Like she'll face a lot of criticism, and she's just a kid, and she'll face a lot of criticism from everyone now, and the environmentalists, because I know every ideology has its fanatics, but I think there are some legit environmentalists, people who really know what they're talking about, people who have scientific knowledge, people that we should be listening to. But then they do this. They send her. And now we start not to taking it serious anymore. And then if you are an environmentalist and you start to talk about it, the people like, I don't know, they mock you like, oh really, are you going to start like the girl? Are you going to start to do it like her? Are you going to tell that we're destroying your life and all that? Yeah, I don't know, maybe she was not properly oriented, what to say, what to do there. And those world leaders, I'm afraid they won't take her they won't take her seriously. And because there are other problems to face too, other problems regarding to kids, like I said, kids being forced to work and such. So bring those kids to talk. I'm not saying like, oh, just because she's a white person from a rich country, she can talk. Only poor people can talk. No, it's not about that. Of course she can, and she should. But really, like, man, it's still the childhood. People don't know what they're talking about anymore these days, Like people, they tend to exaggerate. And kids, they know the books. They know what's written in the books. They don't know real life. They haven't been out there. There are some kids that they are being forced to learn real life. But who are those kids? Do people listen to them? Do people know that they even exist? And so I think maybe she'll become a young lady. She'll become an adult. She will have more common sense. She'll study. She'll learn. Maybe with all this exposure, she will travel to places, and then she can open more her mind and not saying, because that was immature. I'm sorry, but that's it. I know the girl power. Yes, we can, but that's not. She's not helping. And I mean, I don't want to blame her when I say she's not helping. She said this, she did that. I'm not blaming her. I'm blaming the grown-ups that made her do that. That thought it would be funny, taking kids and putting them in front of cameras and make them say things when they're not prepared to. That's not right, man. And but that's it, I think let's say maybe she'll be interviewed by someone. Let's see what she has to say. I don't know if she's associated with some organization, with someone. I have to look up for that on the internet. I didn't look up for that specifically, but those people, the adults that put her there, let's see what they have to say about it. And really, I think that this will backfire. All the situation will backfire on the environmentalists, because people think they are not serious anymore because of her, because of what happened to her. I won't even say because of what she did, because of what happened to her. She's a kid, man. And there's a problem. This doesn't help. I think it's doing the opposite of helping, because there are people. These days, like the world is like we against them. Like there are only two sides that you can choose: right wing or left wing, conservative or liberal. It's not about that. People should talk, and people won't talk with all these radical thoughts going around. And now that what do? Do you call people from the other side to talk to you, or do you point your finger at them and accuse them? And do you put a little kid, to point fingers at people and accuse people. So these people won't talk. These people won't talk to you, because if you have your ideology, you have your thoughts, and you start pointing fingers, you make this kid do this. People won't talk. People won't talk to you. They will be more angry than they were before. That's the thing, accusing people or making young kids accuse people. Man, that was sick. That won't help. That will divide more. The society is so divided these days. We should unite more. See what we have in common, not the differences. The differences, they won't disappear. They will stay there. So we could dig deep into that. But let's focus on this thing that happened. And I think maybe she has good intentions. Maybe her concerns are legit. But what they did, man, put a girl like that, to say things like that, we shouldn't put all the responsibility on her. We should put the responsibility on the grown-ups that did that to her, So these are my opinions. Like my video, subscribe if you like. If you don't like my video, tell me why you didn't like my video. So that's it, guys. Bye.